Hello, welcome to the online tutorial classes for the Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School, and this video is for the class 11. The chapter which I discussed today is fats and oils. In the last two videos, I already discussed about the functions of the fats and the elementary idea of the fat, and also the categories of the fat. Okay, the classifications of the fat. And today I will continue the classification of the fat. So, in the very first, as I classified in the previous video, the fats are of five main types. So today I'll discuss more about it. Okay. So according to the visibility, the fats are of two types. One is visible fat and the second one is invisible fats. So what are the visible fats? The fats which we can see, which we know as the fats, like the oils, like every oils, like the palm oil, like the coconut oil and everything. And the invisible fats are where the fat, we can't get this food like the fat sources. The fats are in the hidden form or in this, like the proteins, like the meats, like the chicken and like the milk, etc. Second thing is according to the sources. So according to the sources, the fats are of animal fat and plant fats or plant oils. Okay, so animal fats are obtained from the animals. Actually, they are mainly solid in the room temperature, but the oils what we are getting from the plants are actually liquid in the room temperature. Okay, it is the main differences between the animal fat and the plant oil. That is, the animal fat is solid in the room temperature, but the plant oil is not solid, it is liquid. We get it as a liquid form, as in the liquid form. And the third is on the basis of density or the chemical nature. Okay, so according to the density or the chemical nature, the fats are of three types. What are they? The first one is simple fat, the second is complex fat or compound fat, you can say, and the third one is derived fat. Okay, the simple fats are of two types. The first one is fats and oils, but the second one is wax. Okay, so the fats or oils are mainly the esters of the fatty acids and the glycerols, and they are mainly obtained from the plants and the animal origin. And the wax is mainly the esters of aliphatic alcohol and the fatty acids. The next one is complex or compound fats. Okay, so the compound fats are of three types. I'm just erasing it and I will write on there. The compound fats. These are of mainly, the first type is glycolipids. The second one is phospholipids. And the third one is sulfolipids. As the name suggests, the glycolipid is the compound of glycogen and lipid, and the second one, the phospholipid, is the compound of the phosphate and the lipid, and the third, the sulfolipid, is the compound of the sulfate on the lipids. Okay, the glycolipids examples are mainly the layers, the cerebraceous layers of the brain, or the mainly skin layers, we can say, on the, and many of the organs layer. Lipids are mainly of lecithins and the cephalins, etc. And the sulfolipids we can found in the neurons, derived lipids. Derived lipids. Derived lipids are mainly the substances liberated from the simple lipids, or in the reaction of the hydrolysis they are produced from the simple and the compound lipids. Okay, so this is not that these derived lipids have some new property, but according to property they are as same as the other fats, like the simple fats and the complex fats, but they are mainly derived from them. Okay. And now the fifth one was according to the saturation. Actually this is the fatty acids. Okay, so the fifth one, which was the according to the saturation, we will be classified it according to its fatty acids nature, or according to its chain length, and on the basis of their production and etc. Okay, so now what is fatty acids? As the proteins are made up of amino acids, the fatty acids are, when came together, they produce the fats. So the classification of the fatty acids are mainly on the basis of the saturation, okay. The first one is saturated fatty acid, and the second one is unsaturated, and according to, we can also call according to this chain length. Here the short chain fatty acids and the long chain fatty acids, we found short chain and the long chain. Okay, and the third one is according to the production of the body. According to the production of the body. These are of two types. Are one is essential fatty acids, and the second one is non-essential. And also one more, I'm just going to there, according to the isomerism. Okay, according to the isomerism, these are of trans fatty acids and the cis fatty acids. Okay, so the saturated and unsaturated fatty acids are where the double bonds are produced. These are the unsaturated fatty acids, but in this long chain, when there is no double bond, it is saturated fatty acids. And the short chain fatty acids are when the chain length is short, and where the chain length is long, it's called the long chain fatty acid. And according to this production in this body, the essential and non-essential fatty acids, the essential fatty acids, what we have to consume from the food, what we have to get from the food, these are the essential fatty acid, and the fatty acid which are already can be produced in our body is our non-essential fatty acids. And on the basis of isomerism, these are the trans and the cis types of the, these are the actually the structural formula of the fatty acids by which the trans and the cis fatty acids can be classified. So these are all the classifications of the fatty acids. In the next class, we will be discuss about the deficiency and excess of the fatty acids. And today, I'm just completing with it. Thank you.